If you've ever found yourself in emotional or physical pain that you just don't know how to get through, today I'd like to share a story that I hope can bring you some relief. My name is Jaclyn Foster. I'm the author of I Touch Myself, Lessons to Wake Up Desire and Fire Up Your Sex Drive. And this channel is about providing you with permission and how-to tips to live in more alignment with your desire and to feel more permission to be yourself and to let more of yourself and your own desire come out in your life. If you enjoy videos like this and topics like this, I recommend coming over to jaclynlaceyfoster.com and popping in your email so that I can send you information and updates I don't always post here on YouTube. Okay, so about 3 weeks ago, I went to do something that I really don't like to do, that I definitely consider to be a weakness for me, and that is getting blood draws. I hate them, and historically I've done very poorly with them in the sense that I have often passed out, like gone completely unconscious, and in one case even needed an ambulance to come. It wasn't pretty. So it's one of those things that I've seen in my life as a weakness. So 3 weeks ago I had to go and get one of these done, and so I was trying to get myself ready, psych myself up. I walk into the office and I get the blood draw done, but it was less than ideal. Different women needed to come and do the draw. I almost passed out after the first one tried. She accidentally blew out my vein. It was just not a pretty experience. I'm there with like the alcohol things under my nose, trying not to pass out and just trying to get through it. But I did it. I got it done. I got the blood draw completed. And a part of me was proud I got through it. And then what happened is I tried to go on with the rest of my day. I went back to work, I went back to my office, and I tried to just get through it and start to do other things. What I found though was I found that it was really hard to continue my day. I kept feeling dizzy, I kept feeling off, I kept feeling like I might pass out. And I was trying to understand why that was happening. In my mind, I'm like, I already got through the worst of it. Why am I still not feeling well? Why am I dizzy? And why does this keep happening? So I was struggling through, and almost like every hour I had to go lie down and then come back and try again. And it got so bad that I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be able to do this. Like, I'm going to need to go home today and not work. I'm not going to be able to get through this. So knowing that I wanted to go home, but also knowing that I didn't even feel like I was in good enough shape to drive, I needed to do something, to try to do something at least to get myself to a better place. So I go in the other room and I lie down. And as I'm lying down, I'm like, okay, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to get to a better place so I can actually just drive myself home and relax? So what I decided to do was actually to say out loud what I was saying in my mind. And you know what's fascinating is I was lying there saying to myself, come on, what's wrong with you? We don't have time for this. We should be getting through this. We should be doing better. Like, why is this happening? Why is this your weakness? I felt like shit, right? I felt overwhelmed, frustrated, and scared. And I was realizing as I'm talking out loud that on top of feeling those uncomfortable emotions, I was putting pressure on myself to get through them faster, which in my mind and in my body, I was only perceiving as more pressure. And not on purpose, but it was kind of like a criticism of the way that I was feeling, or a pressure to be better and to get through it. And what I learned in that moment is just on a deeper level how much applying that pressure to not be where I actually was in this moment and to force myself through it was making these emotions and these feelings and even my dizziness feel worse because I had no permission and acceptance for where I actually was. And so on a deeper level, it reminded me of the importance of self-empathy, of being in a place where we don't feel great, where something maybe isn't our weakness or our strong point. And let's face it, anytime we feel in pain, either emotionally or physically, that's a place where we tend to not feel comfortable. And for most of us, and this, you might resonate with this, you might have a habit of trying to force yourself through it and just get yourself to the other side of the discomfort. But what I've found is actually the gold and the way to get ourselves out of it in a way that really feels better and provides relief is to let ourselves be in it. And one of the most powerful ways to let ourselves be in it is to do a simple self-empathy practice. And by self-empathy, I simply mean just asking ourselves and checking in with how we feel. For example, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling scared, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling frustrated. And then acknowledging that that's okay. Acknowledge the emotion or the feeling and acknowledging that it's okay. And letting yourself breathe and just be there for a moment. I'm curious to see what would happen if you did something similar to this and applied this self-empathy practice in your life, either around physical or emotional pain, and see if there is any relief that's provided by that. So give this a try. This is something that I've noticed has made a huge difference for me, and I practice it more and more often and make it a regular part of my day. That when those moments where I feel frantic or I feel scared or I want to get through something, instead of trying to push through it, I first take that moment to acknowledge it, to allow it to have complete permission and acknowledgement of what I'm actually experiencing in that moment where I'm not at my greatest. Wishing you an amazing day. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel. And I'm wishing you an amazing day. Looking forward to sharing more next time. Mwah! Keep your desire alive and stay committed to yourself. You're worth it.